Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Happy Monday, happy November, happy guess they kept the doors closed one more year. So hopefully the forces of darkness won't consume us all. That remains to be seen in about 4 days. Now, before we get into things, I probably should start off with my accountability. Let's see. Since we last spoke, we had Halloween, which was nice. It was pleasant. I got to get into, honestly, very little shenanigans. We were doing convention prep, and this year Xander just really wasn't having it. So we ended up doing like a shopping run, and I got to watch like a couple movies. That's all I got to do this Halloween. Didn't get to go out and get to really dress up. So thank you guys for the opportunity for letting me dress up and have a little bit of fun here so that I could offset what I couldn't do there. Now, that is a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to lie. Normally my Halloweens are a bit spicier. I had a little bit of my annual, I'm retired, but I'll do this, and this this year, but it wasn't anything too problematic. It was just a matter of giving some advice to somebody who needed it and trying to be helpful. And I try to be helpful to my friends. Now, the rest of it, though, gets a bit more interesting because when I leave the stream, I will be setting up for LodgeCon. And at some point heading out to the lovely area of Peatone, Illinois, to get set up. And then when I don't know if we're going to the hotel or set up first. I still have to iron that little bit of shenaniganry out. But after that, if I'm done, I will do a Historical Fencing Guild stream. If I'm not, I'll just be working. That happens. Everybody has to work sometimes. And then we'll be doing LodgeCon this coming weekend. Normally, I would be, like I said, a lot more excited. Due to some other things going on right now, I'm not exactly in the chipperest of moods. But friends, we don't let that stop us, do we? Do we? Just because we're not feeling it today, just because we'd like to maybe pull the blankets up over our heads and, only surface for warm, sugared, caffeinated drinks. But we make through. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to make it through. We're going to create, we're going to write, we're going to draw, we're going to do what makes our contribution to the world a little better. And as times get tough and as it gets emotionally taxing, we're going to be there for each other, okay? So what we need to do is just keep on trucking. And I know I didn't give my brought to you buys. I didn't prattle about my books. I normally do. I just slipped right out my mind, which tells you where I am today. I will, of course, be happily selling the simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear. All part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from never handling a sword to teaching the art to others. And there will be so much big stompy robots in the near future. A huge shout out to Joe Bachman and to Richard Asplund, who, because of you guys, I have stock. I would not have stock this year if I didn't. I would be sitting here panically, that's a word, stamping out wooden BSRs till my hands hurt to draw for the next 2 days. And so I don't have to worry about that. That is something pleasant. I'm seriously eternally grateful to you guys. I have to do some spray painting, actually, as soon as I'm done with this stream, but that's also neither here nor there. I've got to make sure that the 1v1 BSR tournament has its trophy. Traditions must be upheld. Beyond that, it's going to be a good week, guys. We're just going to keep walking. We're going to keep striving to move forward. And I think I said Monday, didn't I? I think I actually called it Monday. And it's not. It's Friday. It is actually Friday. Wow. There's some Slan and Nick energy for you. I was giving you the Monday loadout. But yes, it is Friday because I wouldn't be starting my convention on a Monday. So we're going to make it through. And I do apologize for my discombobulation. They happen sometimes. Now, it is also Cheap Candy Day and Cheap Home Decor Day, or season starts. I still believe that Thanksgiving is a holiday, shot gas poorer. And I think making sure the next holiday is one that can we bypass the origins and the implications of that and just enjoy some time with our families and being thankful for what we have. I think that's going to be a very necessary mentality in the coming days. Appreciation will help us all. And I'm looking forward to it. And guys, it's Friday. Your weekends are beginning. Some of you are going to have late Halloween celebrations. I know Thesis is trying to take the Mexican Day of the Dead. I'm not going to try to pronounce Spanish today with the way my mouth is dealing. And make it he's using that as a reason for the Chinese, it's Thesis, not Japanese, Chinese burial customs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that comes out. I'll be watching it in the rerun as usual, because by the time that that's going on, I will be hopefully actively selling miniatures and doing art commissions and making some money, because I have to make, I have to make about $350 because Windows 11 has stopped talking to my low-res printer, so I need a higher-res printer anyway. And brothers and sisters, that ain't cheap. So we're going to work on that. We're going to get through it. We're going to motate towards that, as my beloved nephew George might say. With that, guys, I am going to remind you that if you are an independent creator and you want to have a place where you are safe, where your messages can get out, consider joining the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org. I've got my link in the bio, but it's okay. It's more important for you to more important to me for you. There we go. For you guys to have a safe hosting. Things are going to get a little scrabbly, and I'm sure the assorted billionaires are going to start yelling at each other again. So I want to make sure you guys have a home where people can find what you're about and what you're doing. And I'm really looking forward to it. So looking forward to seeing you there, seeing you in the background, seeing your events on the community calendar. And you're not going to find a better deal because they're probably going to go up again soon. The costs Joe puts out for this this process are insane. So right now let me pull up my banners. Yeah, you can tell I'm a little out of it today. Yeah, there we go. indiecd.org. And if you guys are looking to join up, instead of paying the $40, which we really should pay to Joe, I mean, he is that awesome, consider using my code, podcast1. Well, I say it's my code, it's Joe's code. But, and use that to get yourself half off. So for $20, you have web hosting. It's a really great deal. And I think today, we'll have Joe talk about that. So I'll be back in about a minute and a half, and we'll go from there. All right, folks. All right. We are going to get right into the comments because, well, actually, give me just a moment to scroll through to wake them all up. We had a bit of a comment dump. And first through the door, actually, is Don Dulas. Morning. Before I forget, greetings. Good morning, Don. Don is the creator behind so much wonderful indie CD promotion, as well as, let me find them. Where will you quit? There we go. Her Fashionable Felines, the stories of Buddy and Georgette, which you can find on Facebook. As always, I will tell her to put the link in the chat because it's good practice for someone who promotes as many people as she does to promote herself. Yes, I know, pot calling the kettle black. My Friday feels like a Monday, folks. Allow me some minor hypocrisy. And Morning Dawn says, Thesis. And Delta Dawn is that flower you have on. Anyway, good morning, Dawn, Thesis, and assorted lurkers, rogues, and future joiners. Indeed. Hello, Carl. Hope you've recovered a little bit from your adventures. Accountability convention is over, so it's back to work for me. Finish layout on Luck of the Irish for Donna and Rich's cover for his book. Morning, Carl. Hope everyone got plenty of sleep so that they can make it to historical fencing and or that room tonight. Might take a nap myself. Honestly, I don't know if there will be a historical fencing guild tonight. It will depend on how well I can, how setup goes. Because oftentimes, if I can get things set up and open during setup, I can sell to the vendors early. and that's always cool. Okay, time to check on Donna's coffee level. Be back. Good man. Good morning, Grant. I hope cryptids is going well for you. And yeah, we hope you're doing well. Hope Stupid Clock was fun last night. I ended up going to bed not long after it started. Yeah, last night was one of those nights where it just didn't, and I get it. Hey, Grant. Hi, Blade. Hope everyone had a nice Halloween. His was quiet. Angie and I went out for drinks with a friend and got another flat tire. You have just special luck, and coming from me, that's something else. We only had one trick or treater the whole night. They don't trick or treat here. They have a party down at the park, which is far too much for Xander, so we got to go like once. Yeah, Halloween doesn't seem like a big deal with the kids as it used to be. Blame trunk or treats. My parents are religious, so I wasn't allowed to trick or treat anyways. Well, I'm sorry. I loved Halloween, and I still do. I just didn't get it this year. And that's okay, because next year's going to be a great year. But anyways, good morning, all. Hey, Foxy. Hey, everyone. I hope you're doing well, Foxy. Hey, Donna. And if you have coin, Foxy as wears. Good morning. Hi, Carl. So we've got lots of greetings, and everyone's checking how everyone's doing. I had a comedic shirt today. It felt funny. Then I realized it was inside out. Nice. Pup date. Someone made it all night with no accidents and not waking either of us up either. Plus, let us sleep in a bit. That's great news. Sleep is wonderful. Had our previous cats trained to wake me up if they heard the alarm and I didn't. Then they learned to creep the time up earlier a bit every day. And don't forget to like and share, folks. Yep. And here's my like. Oops, dropped it. Nice, Carl. That's great, Fox. And hey, Donna. Hope you're having a good one. Watches the like fall, Tetris like, into the proper slot. Nice. Nope. Oh, crud, I need to change my calendar today. I don't want November to be here yet. Well, too bad. It's here, whether we like it or not. Drops mine after Carl's to watch it fall. I'm glad you guys are amused. And someone else's accountability. My editor needs to order my proof copy so I can get my book out this month. Drop, stopped, and rolled. Nice, guys. Well done. I'm quite startled this morning. Our back door was wide open when I woke up and Stitch was chilling on our back porch. Had to run outside in my underwear to grab him. You seem to be having one of those runs, Grant. Did you offend someone of a supernatural nature? Because, boy, you have that hexed vibe going on. Like maybe you need to take an Epsom bath or something. Inigo is convinced he's a lap dog. The best dogs are. My neighbor's got quite a view. Now I just see the neighbors holding up the little cue card, the little scorecards. And Cap smothered and wait. That was the Waffle House order. Waffle House sounds good today. Must have been frightening, Grant. Stitch being on the back porch, not the underwear thing. Cap chunked covered. Good boy, Stitch. At least he didn't run off. I can only imagine Stitch sitting there sniffing the air. All dogs are lap dogs, right, Dawn? I just run out of lap. That's true. I'm glad Nick's busiest day is past for the year. Yeah, I never name names, but I do have a friend whose place of employment is a warehouse that formerly was a women's asylum. And they've had a spicy bit of running. So I've been, I had to give some advice. Thankfully, due to distance, it wasn't something I could get roped into being there presently. And so it wasn't that bad. There were a few other little things, but basically I actually looked out and went, I'm retired, guys. Just you stay out of my yard. I don't have a problem. God, I've gotten old. You know what? Something weird. Ever since I brought Stitch in, Yoshi's been giving him the stink eye. Yoshi was too scared to try and go outside. Well, he broke the rules. You got to go outside. Discombobulated is an interesting feeling for me. For me, it's slightly euphoric. No. Any form of confusion for me, or finding out I'm out of it, is panic-inducing. Actually, I dislike it greatly. Now, if I can only close the door, it can be. He stinks different now. Nice. That's what Angie said, Dawn. Yoshi used to Stitch having outdoor odors on him. Dawn, getting on my pedestal. That's why I encourage indoor cats to keep up on their shots and be microchipped. Also, if your kids let you, collar tags PSA complete. Well, thank you, and it's all very noble. We fight the good fight with the collars, but Thesis says, yes, in honor of anyway, that I'm not trying right now. We will be talking about Chinese funerals tomorrow, if I can get StreamYard to behave. As soon as one of the chipping clinics comes up, Inigo is having one. His neuter is set for the 15th, Dawn, and Dawn is very happy because you should spay and neuter all your pets. And with that lovely comment, I'm going to run an ad. We'll be back in a little bit. Let's see. Yep, these are sell stuff. It's interesting stuff to sell. And you should check out his shop. All our cats. Okay, we did that. Are chipped, clipped, and covered. That reminds me of Waffle House again. Small tear down the street. And Dawn Dulas is squealing about her babies. The squee is working again. Quite nice, happily destroying a plastic bottle. My parents' cats love that. LOL. Either LOL or a stick man drowning. Anyway, morning. Good morning, Trelena. I hope you're having a good one, dear. Hey, Trey. Hey, Trey. Hey, Trey. And I will get to talking with you and making sure everything's copacetic. Facebook.com/Buddy and Georgette, and greetings. This year was just off for holiday. I agree. And Sarah, morning, listening mode 100% this morning. Well, you do what you got to do, dear. Know you are much loved, and I hope you had a good time last night. Greetings, and an extra greeting. How nice of you. You probably were saving that for when Chris Walker gets in. Hey, Lurker Sarah. Hey, Trey and Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Chris, I bet you are so relieved you've made it through HoloCon in one piece. You get to recover a little bit before pushing for the next one. It's a great feeling. Hi, Chris and Sarah. Hey, Chris. Hello, Chris. Squee. Morning, Chris. Back in my day, women would be put in the asylum just because they were opinionated or talked too much. Donna's friend April would have been locked away for ages. And Dawn says, for me, confusion is different than discombobulated. I see what you're talking about. I get that. And it can be different for everybody. Accountability, getting oil changed and tires rotated with winter on the horizon. Make sure your vehicle is properly maintained in good condition for driving during less than ideal weather. That is definitely on my to-dos. Okay, so Carl's trying to help my incredibly gringo pronunciation on a day where I'm like, Carl's Mexican pronunciation guide says, Dia de los Muertos. That is the right way to say it with speed. I'm just not doing it today. It's not that I don't know the pronunciation. It's that going any faster than that will cause me to bite my tongue this morning. And since Halloween was off, does that mean she stays in her ice cube? No, no. She's already being well thawed and put on rotisserie or whatever to speed the process, no doubt. And not bad, Carl. No, not bad at all. It's also a good time to run an ad. So we saw Trey. I'll run her ad. Alrighty, let's hit the comments and see what else is going on. Thanks, Thesis. Spanish was one of his Carl's minors in college. Wow. Okay. No, the humanity. I am not floating and multicolored. That would make me a humanity. Anyway, she's approaching already. I can hear her in the distance. Yes, the long arpeggio is starting, going more supersonic than Don's squee. Gonna make a supersonic sound out of you. Don't stop me now. Okay. Next episode of Indie CD 411 is scheduled November 13th with special guest Bladed Thesis. And Trey saying, all I want for Christmas is Joe. Anyway, yeah, see. Huh. Love you, Joe. Aw. I know he's working, so I can't let him dawdle up too much, but cool. Don't hate potate in color. Yes, I do need to do something with the don't hate potate materials. I have actually quite a bit of projects I have to do post this convention. But yay for 411 about the 411 show, not the song lyric. I see. Well, if you give me that, Queen will always kind of manifest. So I flash back to when I had to explain to my dear, dear friend that yes, Freddie Mercury was very, very not straight. Technically, he was bi, but, he was an icon. Looking forward to it. Don, you need to figure out why my StreamYard keeps it. There seems to be. Is there going to be a library con? You know what? I'm going to ask you to message Amanda about that because there were concerns that there wasn't enough interest. And the hectic stuff that's been going on in the background of our end of things and that will be continuing kind of has thrown all of us off between having to get the storage unit done quickly and my now numerous assorted medical appointments coming up to try to figure out a few things. Means honestly, LibraryCon got kind of distracted. I will tell her, and we'll see what we can do. I apologize. Like I said, I am rather thrown off my my usual mojo because I have I have to start the physical therapy. I have to go see the ophthalmologist for the other thing. It's just a lot big scaries. Maybe instead of LibraryCon, I'll take Big Man. No, guys. If LibraryCon should be something we can get set up. Like I said, please talk to Amanda. I want that offer, amongst other things, because I miss the heck out of like you guys miss the heck out of Brian K. Morris, and the kids do like it usually. I just want to make sure it's worth you guys' time. And I think I'll be honest, a lot of plans got kind of delayed for the 5th. Just to see how that works out, because I have some concerns. Okay, your doc called back MRI a few weeks ago. Back has deteriorating more. Epidural will be scheduled. I am so sorry to hear that about your back, dear. But I'm glad you're at least getting an epidural to help with the pain. It can be a lot, and we're glad we can be of some support, even if it's just emotional. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. And so sorry, Dawn, says Carl, and ouch, and hugs, Dawn. We all want reasons to hang out. Don't we just? It's rough that being an adult will be what it is. Next Halicon, Dawn will be duct taped to a chair. Don't. I can only deal with so much temptation and keep my moral alignment where it's supposed to be, guys. It's bad enough with my dear friend and work wife, Joe, occasionally making sure to tempt me as much as humanly possible. I'm totally aware he does this. I think he wants to take my alignment and use it like the little, the little spinny dials that you used to get with board games. Just go, tick, 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 tick. Can I get the prices right? And thanks all. That may have to happen. Carl was threatened on Thursday night to be tied to one. She overdid it. Mwah. Dawn, I saw the picture of you all cleaned up. And yeah, you didn't just overdid it. You did it, hon. You were not a snack. You were a full meal in that outfit, dear. Anyway, I am really glad. And we are at the halfway point, so I want to take a moment. I have been mentioning the convention. It is, where is my happy little sign? It helps to actually go where my signs are. There we are. LodgeCon 2024. Guys, it is a free-to-attend gaming convention with amazing geek materials. 40 vendors are slated. So me and 39 others. We really want to see you there if you can make it. And if you want to game, it's down to $5. The man's insane. I think because they got so many more vendors, they were able to lower the price for gaming, which is actually quite admirable. I love that mentality, folks. So we hope to see some of you there. And if not, we'll see you at the next place. But I will be doing on-site art commissions. I will be doing live free Big Stompy Robots demos and talking shop about sword fighting and whatever else, depending on, again, how things go. We shall see, and we shall overcome. Anyway, we know she was told multiple times to quit moving. Combining that with the she cleaned up real well, that space is well beyond the green room into where the mentality goes. And yes, Carl needs to write a book called Beyond the Green Room, or at least a short story, and throw it towards Dan Hollifield for Apphelion. Bless you, Joe. And I know no one else saw that, but what can I say? The power of Christ compelled me. Now, and doing so much, that did not help, Chris. Did not help at all. And thank you for the compliments, says Dawn. If it will ever bring, please show. There we go. Thank you for the compliments on my outfit choice. I was honored to dress as Robin. He. That would be an inside joke. I was not part of it. And big grin from Carl. Yeah, you both wore the same outfit on different days. Ah, well, that's delightful. I'll see if I have any pictures of Robin. Well, see, that helps that Robin is a person. I was going to Boy Wonder, Batman, etc. So I was a little confused for just a moment. The discombobulation continues. Or photos that I can at least share. How we coordinated our wardrobe this weekend was hilarious. And only a couple more days till people get to read Kitty's story and get the next installment of The Adventures of Jeff, the possessed Roomba. Well, we're glad you guys are having that too. Robin is your lovely bartender. If she dresses like that, I bet she is lovely. And then Saturday's coordination of clothing referring to tacos. Yeah, I'm moving on. Just me and that train are moving on. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Today, we will see how the pup reacts to vacuums. Good luck! And while we're seeing how the pup reacts to vacuums, let's see how you guys react to... Oh, I know what you want. This song.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
Yep. Sorry, I don't want to risk losing my voice when I have to do so much today. So let's get back to those comments. And let's see. Dawn and Robin both dressed in clothes with tacos on them. Get ready. I had my taco shirt with the pink background. She had a bowling shirt without tacos in a certain shade. Now I could use some Mexican food. Anyway, I killed my Munsey streak the other day, almost 90 days, and I missed one. Oh, my condolences. Chair. And yes, we sang that at Halicon. I'm glad. So many chair cries and Jeff. Oh, darn, Thesis. Sorry about that. Yeah, it does suck when you're on a streak. So I friend messaged me during the stream asking what I was up to. So I sent them a very lovely selfie of me and my disaster streaming setup. I'm sure Joe was kind of perplexed to see me turn around, floof my hair, and try to get a decent angle. But we have to keep things a little off the rails. I'm sorry. Let me just go through some comments real quick. Thesis. And I still think we need to get everyone to record their best metal scream chair and then have a chorus of chair as part of the song. No, but it's more fun for people to sing along, I think. Well, does suck to miss one when streaking. Absolutely. Hello, Johnny. I hope you're having a fabulous day down in the southern hemisphere. This stuff you don't believe in called cold is rolling in, and winter will soon be upon us. Things have been crazy for us. Y'all, you're allowed to have an off day, love. And how'd you know all about You'd know all about streaking, eh, Johnny? I don't know if we're lucky enough for that. Johnny is a sexy, sexy man. I have seen a few pictures, and I don't think anyone who has the ability to appreciate aesthetics would complain. Thesis Foxy, I'll have to tip you tonight to keep that streak going. Aw. Anyway, we are doing pretty well, guys. We're moving along. I'm starting to slowly mentally defrost, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes that's one of the great tricks of when things aren't quite going right. When things aren't quite going right, sometimes you just keep going, and that's a good thing for us to keep in mind. It's funny because I'm one of those people who is far better at dealing with things than anticipating having to deal with things. Um, the stress of not knowing oftentimes is far worse for me than the stress of engaging a problem or threat. And yeah, sharks and creative types must keep moving. And yes, while I have been bummed after I got the show set up, I'm sorry for the delay. My document that has all my show descriptions went away, so I have to try to rebuild it. And let's see. Sorry, the comments threw me for just a second. You got this, Nick, and we're all behind you. Thank you. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing as long as I can in all my assorted efforts. But it's just once again I'm heading towards the medical one day at a time scenarios. So we have that, and Joe says no behind the code Monday night, but it does look like there will be a BTY. Behind the yarn, in case you're wondering, Nick. My dyslexia got a hold of that and scrambled that conceptually in my mind. And Joe will understand this reference. Trelena, if she's still watching, definitely will. Had an aisle 4 moment. And have to let myself reset for a second. Yeah, don't look behind me. I don't have to. I have digital. So unless it's something that doesn't show up on camera, I should be okay. We will see. Oh, that didn't sound good. I mean, keep looking forward. That's all we can do. QuadCon is in Peoria this weekend as well. I believe BCAM will be there 2 weekends of BCAM in a row. Oh, count yourself blessed. I did not realize we were competing. LodgeCon competed against QuadCon. If you guys have a chance to go there and see BCAM, I don't blame you one bit. Please, if you make it, give him my love. And if we figure out our StreamYard, then Foxy could be on Monday to do something. Squee! Excellent. Glad to hear that. Trying to move Foxy forward. I, too, am trying to sponsor, nudge, encourage a lovely creator to start her streaming career, so to speak. She's doing great, and it will mean we will have 2 Foxies in our orbit. Although we'll figure that out. She could go by her other name, Sarah. I'm sure that won't cause confusion. And QuadCon happens almost every weekend around the Midwest. So I've heard. And one of these days, I'm going to make it to one of them. I just don't. Man, my weekends get real busy real fast. And we're at another good break for ads. So I'm going to drop at least this one.
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphellion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Yes, for nearly 30, very nearly 30 years, Aphellion has been providing education and entertainment to, let me do this, to us. It is a wonderful, wonderful wonderful community, wonderful source for just great quality and distinctive reading materials, which I'm all for. And let's see. Quad hat. And I thought Green Room was bad. I heard a rumor that a girls only Discord got created. If it helps, there's a Discord talking about the games I run at the library too. So I am likely being slandered across many, many Discords. And that's okay. I could change mine to match my Discord handle. And you don't need to do anything. And she probably won't be she'll probably be going by something else. But it's an amusing deer. I have heard of this as well. I am afeared. But boys should not listen to rumors. I can neither confirm nor deny that a girls-only Discord server has been created, also has a music channel in it. Well, that is mildly terrifying. No, that's okay. See, I am not afraid of being spoken about, in places I am not, because that happens frequently. And as long as another, multi-department task force isn't, called together to deal with the cryptid threat, I mean, my other sword-based shenanigans, I'm certain it won't be a problem. We should make a guys only channel where we exchange recipes and talk about Tupperware. Oh, that is the most Little Rascals thing I have read. But when you said Tupperware, my brain went to a very deep cut. Foreverwhere. And I don't think anyone will catch that one, but bonus points to anyone who does. Feeling comforted. You won't have to hear about girly stuff like makeup and hair. First off, I hear about girly stuff like makeup and hair all the time because Lord knows I get to help people with their color palettes. Secondly, y'all enjoy. You should have your space. You'll especially need it. You need to have your safe spaces. And that too, Dawn. Knowing lasses, I highly doubt that's what you think about. Well, excellent political talk there, Joe. We can't tell you work for the government at all. Joe does not work for the government. Joe works for an independent contracting firm that's attached to the government, much like many of my cohorts. Granted, Joe's is a little more constructive than some of the other contracting organizations some of my friends work for. I mean, unless you want to count, constructing new regimes in hard to pronounce countries. But I can neither confirm nor deny that. And I'll create my own server with blackjack and and crochet hookers, crocheters. Basically, you're not wrong. And technically, I still work for the government. I'm on the parks board and plan. No, Joe, you don't work for the government. You are the government. This is the man. This is the man. If you watched Undercover Brother, you know what that means. Ah, if only. If only indeed Joe were that level of the man. Plastic bottles being slowly destroyed, that's a good thing. Does that make Joey Big Brother? You know, my relationship with Joe is complex enough without trying to add siblingdom into it. I mean, there are only so many tags one can apply to videos. Anyway, not only did I watch Undercover, I own the DVD. I am delighted by that. I am absolutely delighted because that is a wonderful, terrible show. And, I have to laugh. I have to laugh. I am among the melanin deficient. I am among those who have been described as, quote, white as Wonder Bread. However, you know what? I've heard a rumor that I need to address right now because I do hope it doesn't apply to any of you. So let me come in here, guys. If you are eating unseasoned chicken breast for any reason, that is needless suffering in this world. Stop. Spices do not add a measurable amount of calories. You are allowed to enjoy life even if your hobbies involve lifting heavy objects and putting them down repetitively until you are a sweaty mess with swollen muscular regions. Do not underspice your food. Life is too short, things are too wrong, and too many of our ancestors died, colonized, and messed up so much simply trying to gain control of the spices for us not to use them. For the love of God, the vast majority of us aren't British. And glad if you're watching, spice your food too. Join us. Join the international community. You work so hard personally to colonize everything. You might as well reap the benefits. And yes, I said personally. It's not commonly known, but Glenn B. Fleming is actually an immortal who's been working for the English government for the crown to expand English interests. And now I'm just hearing Professor Elemental's works. I'm British. And if you don't know who Professor Elemental is, amongst other things, he wrote one of the greatest diss tracks of all time. Fighting Trousers. I am not making it up. Yes, Neil Patrick Harris was brilliant. He usually is. Spices are yummy. And Don will be right back, but will we? Great Britain colonizing the entire Near East for spices, only to use none of them. No, what happens is they put all of them into curry. Oh, I feel the cancellation upon me. Fortunately, the Brits have a great sense of humor. I wouldn't poke fun at them if they didn't. But, yes, guys, we are moving into the weekend. Some of us will be working it. Some of us will be recovering. Some of us had their awesome time and now must suffer back in mundanity because everybody got to go have fun. Anyway, we are moving forward and things are getting better, at least in our end. And remember, guys, the great secret to contentment, not necessarily happiness, but contentment, is understanding the meaning of the serenity prayer and not overly concerning ourselves with the events we cannot change, but inversely seeking out what we can change for the better and pouring heart and soul into doing that. After all, the giant inflatable tentacles won't inflate themselves. Maybe I'll put one of those up for Christmas and decorate it like a tree. Anyhow, we can get through, okay? I know some of things are scary, and I do want to take a moment and remind folks that if you're having mental difficulty, as some people have been reaching out to me, the Suicide and Crisis Help Hotline is available. Text or dial 988. I want you guys to remember that is there for the folks who have been reaching out. I know next week's going to be challenging. That's part of why I'm trying to have fun this weekend. And I know some of you have some very hefty concerns. And that is an understandable temptation for some of you, but it is not the answer to anything. I would far rather have you here and able to make mischief rather than have you be another on a very, very small list of people I think about when it's very, very late. I want you around, guys. And I want to stick around. So let's all just decide we're going to stick around, okay? The wonderful thing about humanity is there's nothing we cannot overcome if we work together. There is no threat that can't be laid to peace. There's no problem that can't be solved. It might take us a few generations. We'll screw it up, but there is always progress. There's always hope. And I want you guys to always remember that. Okay, folks? There's a reason the Chinese curse, "May you live in interesting times," is so potent. Yes, but who ticked off the Chinese this hard? It's been interesting times basically since 2019 at the, latest, straight on through. I think I've seen more apocalypses than the disaster movie section at Netflix. I mean, come on. We found out aliens exist and are likely in the region, and we went, meh, and filed them somewhere around the murder hornets. But we're getting through. We're still going. I mean, like I said, if you have any doubt, those of us who survived 2020 survived 2020. You get what I'm saying? Do not let 2025 be something that scares you that much. We will find a way. Life finds a way. And that's what I want for you guys. Okay? Especially you folks who are watching and are the, little eye people who don't comment. Because I know who some of you are. You're the good people who are a little too shy to speak out, or for other reasons, you don't feel comfortable, and that's okay. I'm going to skip your comment thesis, not out of disagreement, but because I don't want to pull the pin on that discussion. Especially with a minute 15 left in my stream, essentially. And welcome back, Dawn. You're back for the last minute of the show, roughly. And good job with adulting. Yes, we're very proud of you. There will be a disruption in my streaming either next week or the week after, guaranteed, because of my assorted appointments. Yeah. Sorry, guys. As things are confirmed, I will let you know. Beyond that, we are at a point where I'm going to run some ads, wrap this up, and start getting ready for my convention. So let's see who hasn't been played today.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon? when they shouldn't have one. Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carlene's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
And we want to put a shout out to, while we're at it, actually here.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
And we're going to go here.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda, just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
All righty. And we've got some comments, so let me check them. And let's see. You're fine, Nick. Have a great weekend, Nick. Good luck at sales at the convention. May your trip be prosperous. See some of you all later. Sell all the things. Laters. I do need to run Kat Rothermel's ad because if I don't, it just doesn't feel right. And then we'll close up.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Hashtag Let Cat Art is one of my proudest creations because it really as a comment, it really motivated her to get forward, and she's embraced it, and I am so proud of her. I'm proud of all of you guys. I know it can be difficult sometimes to do what we do, and I know that there's a lot going on, but guys, we can change the parts of our world we control, and that's all we can do. So we are obligated to do what we can to help each other, to make our little neck of the world somehow better, he says, looking at the mess that he was not dealing with this weekend. And we can keep going because it is a beautiful opportunity for us to make things how we want them to be. So with that, guys, I know I'm a little late in this, but keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can change it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too, and I will be back hopefully tonight on the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. my time, or at the latest back Monday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Toodles all.